Can you remind me your name first?
My name is Christie.
Okay. Can you just come a little closer to the mic if you can? Yeah, with the chair, wherever works. Perfect.
Are we good?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah. What did you do today?
Today?
Yeah.
I got up and went to church.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Bought some meat pies for friends and came home and got ready for here.
For here, yeah. Did you? How long it's been that you live in Vernon?
I've been here about 50 years.
50 years?
Yes.
50.
50.
Yes. Wow.
Wow.
That's 10 times more than me. So, let's talk a little bit about Vernon. You okay with that?
Sure.
Well, first of all, I'm curious to know, in 50 years, how the city changed? Like, what are the things that really changed the most?
We have a mall.
Yeah.
We did not have one when I came here.
Yeah.
I was born and brought up in Kelowna, so
Okay.
that was the city, and most people went there to shop if it was for clothes and furniture and things like that. But of course, when the mall came in, it changed a lot of things here.
Yeah.
And it's a nice place to live, I think. It's big enough to have everything here, but not too big that it's, you get lost in a city.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like anywhere you are in Vernon, you are 5 to 7 minutes away of anything.
Exactly, exactly.
which is nice. How many people were there like 50 years ago in terms of like population? Was it?
I honestly don't know how big the city was at that time. I just know it was quite a bit smaller than Kelowna. Yeah.
What is the thing? So you pretty much grew up in Vernon?
No, I grew up in Kelowna.
Grew up in Kelowna, okay.
And then when I got married, I married someone that was in the service, so I was in Halifax.
Oh, okay.
And then in Ontario, Suluk.
Yeah.
And then came back via Kamloops and then to Vernon.
Oh, I see.
When I was about 30, I guess.
Okay. Halifax, I love the lobster rolls.
Yes. Good lobster.
The best I've ever had. So, what career were you into here in Vernon when you were about 30?
I was a banker.
A banker?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
I did.
Yeah?
Yes, I did it. I did it for a long time, and I worked for the government for a short time when I was in Halifax, and then when I moved to Suluk, there weren't the government offices that I had worked in, so I applied at the bank and got on there.
For how long were you in the bank system? Something like
27 years, somewhere about that.
Years. Were you doing like advising to people, or were you?
I was doing loans and mortgages and things. Well, I started as a teller and then just gradually.
How did you witness the banking system like change and evolve in this 27 years, or?
It has.
Yeah.
Well, I think part of it was you knew a lot of people. In Suluk, it was a small place and you knew your customers, and it really wasn't a problem. And now with things, I think the banking industry, it wasn't so much when I retired 20 years ago, but I think more and more I notice that they're asking for security, and you have to swipe your card, and now you have to give ID as well. So it's obviously because of security that they're doing it. So I think it's changed, yes.
Yeah. Well, it's with this digital world now that everything is way more, like the security needs to be way higher now.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm sure they work full time to keep records safe and so forth,
Yeah, absolutely. How did you have fun, what were your hobbies when you grew up in Kelowna? What were
Well,
the
I
favorite
was
thing to do?
very fortunate because it was sort of an idyllic time to grow up. Kids still were allowed to go out and do things and play outside. And my first job was a paper route because I wanted a horse. And
A paper route?
yes,
What is that?
delivering papers,
okay, yeah.
you know, yeah. So I did that, and then I kept doing it to feed my horse when I got one, and I bought my first one, and my dad fenced part of our property off, so we had a place, and built a barn, and then he built a horse trailer, and yeah, we used to travel up and down the valley to horse shows.
Nice.
It was lots of fun.
So it's the style that you do, you have a parkour to do, or like on the horse?
I beg your pardon?
Because you're talking about doing on a horse, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We used to go to gymkhanas and things where my horse was pretty flexible, so I would go in English classes with my English saddle and then come flying out, and my dad would change the horse and I would change my clothes and go back in the Western, and then we played games and did all sorts of crazy things.
Yeah.
Jumped, yeah, lots of fun.
Interesting.
And trail rides up
Trail
all
rides,
over,
yeah.
My dad, I can remember asking him if I went a certain way at the back of Kelowna, how to get back. And he said, well, you don't have to worry, just give the horse its head.
Yeah.
So times were very different then. We'd go in the morning at 9 o'clock and come back at 9 o'clock at night.
Just by yourself? Or
No, with friends usually, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was lots of
Yeah.
fun.
Do you feel that we kind of lost that today?
I think so. We did have horses for our kids when we moved back to Vernon, when we were in Kamloops. The idea was if they could look after themselves, after school until I got home from work, I would put aside that money that would have been a babysitter, and we'd look at having horses, and so we did. And they shared some of that. They had the freedom at that time too. But nowadays it's much more difficult, and you need much more money to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The inflation.
Yes.
Let me grab you a little question. How many of your friends would you trust? Wait, how many of your friends would you trust your life with?
Well, my life with. I have a lot of friends.
Okay.
I hadn't really thought about trusting my life with them, but certainly I have. And I guess I would with my children. I have 4 of them, and luckily 3 are in Vernon area and 1 on the island. So, yeah.
Would there be? You don't have to give any name, but would there be one with who you would trust them with your life?
One of my friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's probably 2 or 3 that would apply to, yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. What was one of the biggest challenge of your life? That's a big one, sorry.
It's funny when you're in it, you think of some things. But when I look back, I've been very fortunate. I mean, I try and get up in the morning and think of all the things I'm thankful for, and it sets you on the right foot. I like people. I mean, leaving home when I was very young and going to the other end of the country, at that time, it was a big challenge. When I look back on it, it was a great experience. So, at times your outlook changes as you get older. And the same with coming back to Northern Ontario. I can tell you at -40, I wasn't too happy. especially since we came from the Maritimes and we didn't have the clothing. And and that was Fahrenheit, like it was 40 below. And, you know, our tires froze up on the bottom, the power steering froze up. And I wasn't used to that, you know. But again, they were all things that now you look back and smile because we all came out of it fine.
That's a good one. I had one in my mind, it just like disappeared. Wait, I had one last thing.
I have that trouble too.
What would you, if you would have one advice to young adults, what would you tell them?
Well, I think it's, I would say just be thankful for the things you have and don't envy other people and enjoy the moment. It's just what's happening is good, and I'm generally a happy person, so, you know, I just sort of float along and it's all good.
Nice. Beautiful. Well, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Can you remind me your name? Can you
Pardon?
remind me your name? Your name? Can you remind me your name?
I can't hear you.
Let me.
Echo. It's echo.
Is it better now? Is it better now? Can you remind?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I can hear you.
So can you remind me your name?
Pardon?
Can you remind me your name?
I can't hear.
Can you remind me? No, I'll just.
Oh my God. It,
Can you remind me your name?
my name is Simone.
Simone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you? How long it's been that you live in Vernon? How long it's been that you live in Vernon?
Oh, it says 1970.
So 54 years.
Long time ago.
54 years, eh? Nice. What do you think?
I'm going to be 101 next month.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, that's about it.
So,
That's it.
so you are 100 right now.
Pardon?
You are 100
I'm
years old.
100 right now, but on the 24th of February,
Okay.
I'll be 101.
That's. I'm going to shake your hand
And
because.
my sister is going to be 102.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's the secret?
You'd be surprised.
Is it something in the water or?
Yeah, I think the water.
The water,
The water
yeah.
was very good in this. That was in Saskatchewan.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
born in Saskatchewan,
Okay.
and it was at first. It was, it was kind of odd, but it was all the minerals were all in there. So I think the water, and I got my own teeth, and I can't. Well, I can hear.
The water is important, right? Because we
the
need
water,
yeah.
water is very important.
So, you've been in relationships? Have you been in relationships throughout your life?
70 years. 70 years we were married.
What is the...
The secret,
yes. Well, before the secret, what so you've been in with someone for 70 years, that's what you're saying?
70 years,
Okay.
yeah.
So what is the number one, what is the most important thing to hold on onto 70 years of relationship?
We went on the States, down in California, for 70 years, 75, no, 25 years.
What is the most important thing to face the challenges that relationships bring?
Well, if you mean, I tried everything. You mean golf? Or I'm golf, and I played tennis, and no, anything. I played everything.
Like you mean like doing activities together and that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And separate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think it's important to be first and foremost a fulfilled individual to be able to thrive in a relationship? Does that make sense for you? How important do you think personal development is to be in a relationship? Does it make sense or no?
My hubby.
With generally speaking, yeah.
We dance a lot,
Yeah.
and I still dance.
Yeah.
I go dancing 3 and 4 times a week.
A week? Wow. Yeah. That's nice. What type of dance?
I got my friends.
Yeah.
So
Are you sing? You sing? Do you sing?
pardon?
Do you sing? Do you sing? Do you sing? Or no?
I sing too.
You sing too. Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of music do you sing?
Anything.
Anything? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We go singing on Tuesday.
Nice. Do you want to sing right now?
Yeah.
Or no. 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 It's all good. What was the biggest lesson you've learned in your life? What was the biggest lesson you've had to learn in your life?
What's a,
The biggest lesson? What was the biggest lesson that life taught you?
everything. My mom and my dad were very good to us kids. We were 7 of us, and we were 2 girls, and so I don't know. Everything,
Yeah.
just in Willabunch, you know. Willabunch, Saskatchewan. Yeah.
Do you remember what was one of the biggest challenge you've had to face and overcome in your life?
You mean,
Like because we have all ups and downs in lives, right?
yeah.
What was something that was like the biggest challenge that took you the biggest, to go through?
I was with the Sweet Adelines for 10 years.
The sweet.
Sweet Adelines.
Oh, I see. It's a band.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And this was yeah.
You know, you had to learn the word, and we didn't have we couldn't look at the words.
So
we had-
remember all the
Yeah.
lyrics and things. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So what kind of work did you do in your life? What kind of career and things like that? What career were you doing? What kind of jobs did you have in your life?
I worked at the plant, at the salmon.
Camelin?
No. What is it?
What is that? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. Did you
And
enjoy
and
that?
he was there too.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course, I didn't know him.
Did you enjoy that?
Pardon?
What is the thing that you enjoyed the most in your life
Right now,
right now?
I think I have some friends all over the place, and I can't see where I just love it. So,
Well, that's good. That's good.
yeah, right now I can breathe and I walk, and I don't walk very good.
Well, you're pretty
no,
good.
I
though.
dance, but I
Dance.
don't walk the floor, the road.
Yeah. I'll be very happy if I walk like you walk
Yeah.
at 100 years old myself. I'll be, if I get there, I'll be, I think it's really good. Yeah.
Bernie is going to be she's going to be 102
Wow.
on the 16th of the month, of next month, and I'll be one. I'm going to be a 1 year old.
101. So if you could go back and meet, let's say now your 10 years old self, what would you, and you could tell her one advice, what would it be? If
10 years ago?
yeah,
10
no,
years?
no. If you go back to your 10 years old self,
Oh.
what would you tell her?
Well, we went to a little school. There was, we had to go through the park, and I don't know. I went to a little school and learned, and I finished my when we moved here
Yeah.
in 70.
Oh, I see.
71.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you remember? Do you have, what is your happiest childhood memory that you can recall?
The happiest?
Yeah, or like the biggest memory you have, you know, like the, yeah,
Of
it could be
what?
the happiest of your childhood. If you do, you have one memory that stand out of your childhood?
Lots of them. I've got lots of memories.
Yeah. Well, what would be if you could share one?
My daughter died in 70,
Oh.
and we were at the Coldstream. I don't know.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay. She's been gone a long time. I don't know. What's my happiest in 10 years? Everything.
Yeah.
So far. So far, so good.
Yeah. That's good. Let's say one last thing. This one, if you could say you have the entire world that is listening to you, and you could tell one thing to the world, what would it be?
The whole world?
The whole world is listening.
Hello there.
That's a good one.
I don't know
Yeah.
what else to say.
If they would, so let's finish with this. If the whole world would ask you, like, what's the secret to get to 100 years old?
What's the secret?
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
You have a good time. And, you know, have a good time and have some, and just don't say no, no, no all the time. Say yes. And I don't know.
It's a pretty good one. Yeah, it's good. I like it. So like, what the most important thing is like say yes and have fun, right? Would that be the most important thing?
Whenever you finish here, I'm probably going to go home and think of a whole bunch of stuff I could tell. But I can't tell right now.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No, that was good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.